Today we are going to be talking about all this stuff I have around me. Well, this is an embarrassment of riches. This is just way too many. But we're going to be talking about ancient debris. Everything you need to know about it, and most importantly, the easiest and best way to get it. So, what is ancient debris? And why would you need it? So if for some reason you've been like living under a rock or something like that, let me get into this real quick. Ancient debris is the first step to getting the most powerful armor and weapons in the game. Netherite. How do you get netherite? Well, first you need to find ancient debris, mine it, smelt it. You'll get netherite scrap as a result. Get at least 4 of those, then get 4 gold. Combine them in any crafting table in any combination, and then bam, you got a netherite ingot. Next, craft the item you want out of the ingots. Wrong! You don't do it that way. No. First, you need to make whatever you want out of diamonds. Yes, it does need to be diamonds. Then, find or get a smithing table. Here's the recipe on how to make that. Place the diamond armor in the first slot, then the ingot in the other slot, and bam! Now you have your netherite thing. And if that diamond thing is enchanted, it will keep the enchantments. So that is why you want ancient debris. Before we go any further, just want to say big thank you to those of you who are subscribed, and especially a big thank you to those of you who are members of the channel. You guys directly support me. Thank you so much for your support. And also, don't forget about the Nether poster, 1.16 Nether poster that is available at helloomg.com. So, where do you find ancient debris in the Nether? Well, it is technically at any level, but by far the best level to look for it is in the lower levels of the Nether. So way down here. Oh, hey, whoa! Did we just see some? We saw some. Ooh, it's hiding in between the lava there. That's really cool. There's some in the lava right there. But if you actually want to find this stuff, you are going to want to go into the ground, and specifically at Y level. Y is the bottom and top, like up and down level here. Y level 15. So Y level 15 is the level that ancient debris will spawn at most often. There's a cool little graph on the wiki that shows that it's almost exactly a mirrored image of below and above, depending on if you want to mine above or below the exact Y level 15 block. So if you're not in that mode and in survival mode, what is the method that you should use to find ancient debris? And the first step that I would do is X-ray. Yeah, that's right. Cheat. Well, not really. All you're really doing is making sure that lava lakes and lava pockets are not going to get in your way whenever you are searching for ancient debris. So find an area that you would like to start mining, and remember that you're going to be mining below you at the correct Y level 15. We're going to avoid those piglins and hoglins and whatnot. So remember that we're going to be underneath where we currently are. And I'm just going to go ahead and create a little pocket of blocks, just like this. Inside of there, I'm going to put a composter, and then I'm going to create a little sort of pillar next to that. I'm going to go ahead and stand inside the composter, and then take a lever, put it on the top block, and turn it on. Then take a piston and place it on that lever, and I'm going to hold down shift so I don't accidentally just turn off the lever. And that piston will crush me into the composter, and as you can see, I get this option, this X-ray basically, of seeing through the world. And this would be an area I would not want to search for ancient debris. There's just lava everywhere. So let's go see if we can find a different area. You can just use your hand to break that piston, break that, and then let's move like a few hundred blocks away and look for a different area. I will admit that the Nether wastes seem to be pretty nice, especially if you can get away from lava lakes. Uh-oh, that piglin's gonna get mad at me because I'm not wearing any armor. So let's move over here. Oh man, this is embarrassing. Go away, piglin. Okay, I gave myself some golden armor. Leave me alone. Okay, so let's do the exact same thing that we did before. By the way, if you have a pick and I'm just too lazy to actually get one, you can just dig up a little bit down. Oh, I forgot my composter. Whatever, I was trying to do this in survival just to like make it look like, you know, anybody in survival could do this, but you can, you know. Composter down, build a pillar like before. Put down your lever at the top of that pillar once you get into the composter, and then place that piston onto it. And see, as you can see, much less in the way of things that we might bump into. So we have some stuff over there, we have some lava lake, but this is a much better area to work So then you would go underneath the world and try to get to at least level 15. And if you ever run into a pocket of lava, you know, just hopefully that's not a lava lake. Oh, it might be. Okay, we may have to turn. Here we go. We are at level 15. And remember that that level is whatever your feet are at. So right here, this is 15. And my head would be in 16. So if you want to, you can aim for the number being 14, and then your head would be in 15. And I would suggest that. I'm going to pop back into spectator mode just to kind of show you. Okay, this is the lava thing that I ran into before. But over here we have a big ocean of lava. And where is it that my head sort of pops into lava here? That is level 20 about, maybe 19, just a bit. Level 20 is something that you want to keep in mind, that most lava lakes, in what I've seen, they bottom out at level 20. So if you accidentally run into a lava lake with your mine, you would rather be below it a little bit than above it because of that bottom being at level 20. So we're here back in our little hole, and you could use a method of just a pickaxe. So I have a pickaxe here, and it has the 3 enchants that I would highly suggest if you want to use the pickaxe method. We're going to get to some other more quick methods in a moment, but if this is what you want to do, you want to at least have efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and probably mending. And this method, the biggest issue that you're going to have with this method is that searching a large area does take some time. It's pretty fast. It's very safe because you can, there's no other explosions or anything going on like the other methods we're about ready to cover. Except that this really does destroy a pick. A pick's durability is not based off of time mining or anything like that. It's based off of the amount of blocks that you have broken. And so even with unbreaking on this pick, this is going to wear out a pick very, very, very quickly. And it's something that most people are not. Oh, look, I found some ancient debris. There we go. Most people are not going to want to use a diamond pick in this way because it's just going to eat through it so fast. That's why I would suggest mending, because then you can just use levels that you either harvest yourself or something like that to bring back up the durability of a pick. But let's talk about some other methods that I think people are going to be very excited about, and I have some really good facts about those other methods. Ancient Debris is a very unique block in that it has a very, very high blast resistance. What does that blast resistance mean? It means that you could blow this stuff up with TNT and it will still be here after the explosion. And because people want to search a much larger area than you get with just a pick, and because there are so many different things that you might run into, lava or whatnot, TNT is a very, very good option for searching for ancient debris. It searches a big area. Remember, the best level was 15, but if you look at that graph, it branches off so that above and below level 15 are pretty good areas to search for as well. So you want to search a big area, not just one layer. And all of that lends itself to using TNT. But smart players will remember that there is a thing about being in the Nether, which is that beds will explode. And they like really explode. Like boom. Like that is not a small explosion. That is a big explosion. So now let's talk about these two methods, using TNT and using beds to find more of the ancient debris than just by mining. There are pros and cons between using a bed and using just normal TNT. And I didn't realize how different these two options were. First off, let's talk about explosion size. A bed is actually a much larger explosion than TNT. So we're just gonna come on over here to an area that doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff in it. I'm gonna set down this bed and blow it up. Okay, so we had that big old explosion. I'm I'm going to go ahead and remove this lava just so that this area is going to look very similar to the TNT area. Then I'm going to come over to this side. Well, that one has blackstone, so I don't really want to use that area. I'm going to do it just to the right of where the bed was and show... Oh, get out of here. There's more blackstone. Just to the left. Did I say right before? I hope I did. Okay, here we go. So we're going to put down our TNT, set that on fire, and watch that one blow up. Boom. Yay. So this is the area. Oh, no, they kind of collided. But anyway, this is the area with the TNT, and then this is the area from the bed. And the area from the bed is much larger than the area with the TNT. So right here, this is about the wall of the bed area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I would say 9. This flat area is the other one. So about 9 blocks in width. Over here in the TNT area, this would be the wall of where the TNT exploded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as you can see, the TNT area is much smaller of an area than the bed area. Now, there's another big striking difference, which is the TNT area does not have fire in it. This area with the bed, whenever beds explode, they set fire to the area around where they exploded, where TNT does not have that as something, as a byproduct of the explosion. So the area is a lot cleaner and, to be honest, a lot safer than the bed area. And finally, TNT has an advantage that you can chain TNT together. One TNT will explode and fire off another TNT. So if we put down TNT, and then I've been kind of using as a ruler some torches, and 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of space, then another TNT, 1, 2, 3, 4. This doesn't always work. Sometimes the TNT will not chain, especially if there's a very blast resistant block in the way. Sometimes the TNT won't catch fire, but just a 4 is a pretty good approximation, where the TNT will cause a chain reaction. Let's see, what did I say? The TNT should cause a chain reaction to explode, causing the next TNT down the line to explode, and it'll keep going, which makes your search much faster because you're able to clear out a much bigger area. So those are the pros and cons of a bed versus TNT. In both methods, the method is very, very similar. So I'm just gonna give myself a whole bunch of beds and a whole bunch of TNT and show you what I do whenever I am using these methods to mine. First, I'm gonna put myself in survival mode. And the first thing I do in both methods is really just to create a strip mine looking effect. And then also anytime you run into lava, looks like that might just be a big old pocket of lava. We're just gonna avoid it and move to a new area, especially gravel, man. Gravel being in the nether is like one of the worst things, okay? I hate it. So we're just gonna do a big, long strip mine, a very long and skinny tunnel of just 2 tall and 1 wide. And we're just gonna go until we basically run into something that we can't get around, like a pool of lava. Also, as I'm mining this, oh, see, there we go. Okay, that's the pool of lava we wanted to avoid. As I'm mining this out, I wanted to mention some of the things that might be good to have on hand. Obviously, a great pick, a great shovel. Also, a fire resistance potion, and you can barter for a fire resistance potion with piglins, with gold, some type of armor, and especially if that armor has blast protection on it. Mine does not at the moment, but blast protection would be a great thing to have because you're going to be working with things that explode. So first is the bed method. Start it off by just placing a bed and taking a step back until that hitbox is barely able to hit that bed, and then click it. There we go, and it'll explode. And you can see without blast protection, holy moly, my hearts went down a lot. We're just gonna put some blast protection on all this stuff by using some commands because we don't want that to happen. And then I count basically 3 blocks away from the edge, 1, 2, 3, and then another 2 because the bed is gonna take up 2 space. And then I repeat. And by the way, watch my hearts now that I have blast protection. You can see I take a lot less damage whenever I got that. Count again, or just do it by feel. Place down a bed, walk back. And fire resistance is really good because, like, just happened there, you catch on fire every once in a while, and that is not fun to deal with. And that'll make you die, like I might do right here. Okay, good. Woo. After you've done that, you basically head back into the area that you've exploded everything, and you take a look around. It looks like we found some ancient debris. Normally, pockets of lava will open up, so your next step is to get rid of those pockets of lava. And hopefully there is some ancient debris still around. I mean, it's definitely going to be still around. It's not going to explode. The blast resistance of that debris won't accidentally explode and get destroyed. So that is the bed method. Basically, explode it, make sure you have blast resistance, and do it around 3 blocks away from the edge. By the way, if you do put something with blast resistance in front of you, like this, it will also really help to not create a whole bunch of damage. That can help you out, but then you kind of have to mine that up and whatnot. Next, let's talk about the TNT method. And the TNT method is a little bit more straightforward because you're going to be creating a chain reaction and walking away. And it's really just how efficient do you want to be with that chain reaction, or how efficient do you want to be with your TNT? And so there's a few little behavioral differences. What I like to do is put down 4 and then put down another TNT. So 4 empty spaces in between the blocks. And I use the torches as a way to determine how far I have gone from the last TNT. And that works. And in that situation, the TNT every once in a while will not light the next one in the line. If you want to be a little bit more, I guess, like, make sure that it always goes off, put down 3, but you might have another issue, which is that, so 3 empty spaces and then the 4th one would be the TNT. But you may run into a different issue, and that would be that if there is no ledge for the next TNT to be on when it explodes, so I'll go ahead and light this up and we'll see if we can find this. The TNT will fall and will explode lower than before. The 4 empty blocks, there tends to be a ledge for the TNT to rest on so that it will stay at the correct height. So you can see sometimes it will kind of go down a little bit, and then we got to our a 4 gap and that didn't work. But see, with this method, you can stay a lot further away, and needing that blast protection armor isn't quite as crucial whenever you're using this method. Although it does require TNT, and gunpowder is way more difficult to get than wool. Like 3 pieces of wool, you could create a sheep farm on your first day and have tons and tons of wool to go mining for this stuff with a bed. But TNT, you'll need sand and you'll need that gunpowder. So you basically need to, oh look, there's some ancient debris. So you'll basically need to have some type of creeper farm, and that is probably more than most people will have pretty early on in game. So that the TNT method is like a very late game thing. Maybe you've gotten a ton of TNT from desert temples, and then bam, you got lots of TNT. But obviously that is a much more expensive method. Whatever method you choose, your next step is to go and get that ancient debris. So just make sure that the way is safe. Make your way over there. Make sure that once this ancient debris falls, it's not going to catch on fire or anything like that. And then go ahead and pick it up with a diamond pick. It does need to be a diamond pick. The like iron picks and that sort of thing will not work. So you do need a diamond pick. Remember to get at least 4. Otherwise, you won't have enough netherite scrap to make your single netherite ingot, which will upgrade 1 item, either armor or weapons or whatever. And there you have it. The methods that I suggest for finding ancient debris. In summary, be at Y level 15 or below. I stress below because of the lava lakes that might be at the level 20. And if you remember, our beds exploded in a diameter of 9. So there's a chance being at 15, at the radius of 4.5. Every once in a while, you might pop into a lava lake, which would be annoying. So be at 15 or below. You can mine with a pick if you would like, although I suggest the method of using either a bed or TNT. A bed has some disadvantages and some advantages, and TNT has some disadvantages and advantages. So keep both of those in mind whenever you go searching. And the armor that I would suggest you have should have some blast protection on it. And that about wraps it up for this episode of OMG Craft. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Hey, we've spent a lot of time in the Nether. Do you like the Nether? I like the Nether. I made a whole poster about it at helloomg.com. You can find out how to order this yourself. I'll even autograph it for you if you would like that. Once again, helloomg.com for that Nether 1.16 poster. Thanks so much again, once again, for watching this episode of OMG Craft. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, make sure you subscribe for future videos, tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights. And thank you so much to those of you who are members of the channel. See you in the next episode. Bye!